Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. Okay, so it looks like today is going to be the day that we are going to be able to send a PlayStation 2 ISO image over to a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Now, just a little bit ago, Macaulay released this tweet saying that there is this framework for escaping the PlayStation emulator and executing native code. Now, he says that this is for developers, and so if we scroll down a little bit, we can see this project is intended for developers, not end users. There are some basic samples projects included for developers to learn some usage functionality. So if you head over to the GitHub repo that he released, that sample is actually right here in the samples folder, and then the one called PS load game net. So if we go into the bin folder and we go into PS4, here is where you can get the .card file for whatever version that you're currently working on. So I know right now a lot of people is needing a 9.00. So in order to get started with this, let's go ahead and let's go back to MasterCore, and I would go ahead and go to the code and then just download the zip file. Once that downloads, just go ahead and extract it because we will need it in just a moment. And so for the game save file, now I'm going to use one that I created myself. But again, if you want to use one that someone else created, then you can obviously use Echo Stretches. So he has created the game save. Now, in this instance, it will already have everything that you need. You'll just need to re-sign it. But he has 9.00 support, 6.50, and then he also just added in 10.01 support. Okay, so back over in the repository, if we go back to the PS load game net, then we can see that there is a script right here called sendgame.py. So at this point, you will need to have Python installed on your system. If you followed any of my other guides, then obviously by now you should have Python on your system. Now, here are these files extracted to my hard disk drive, and I'm going to go into the PS load game net, and then just right here, I'm going to type cmd for a command prompt. Okay, you should have a prompt like mine, and you should be able to at least type the word Python. If you have that, then you're going to be in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and let's put an ISO image inside of this same working directory that we're on. And so I am going to be using Kelowna 2. You can use whatever PS2 games that you would like to try with a .iso. Obviously, you can convert .bin.q files to ISOs, but I won't be covering that. And now just to make this a little bit easier, we are going to do a rename here, and we'll just name that Kelowna 2 altogether. Okay, now if I do a directory listing here, then I can see right there is my Kelowna 2 game ISO, and then there is the sendgame.py. So let's go ahead and let's just try to call the sendgame.py as is. And it does say that there is something that's missing. Now, this is obviously one of the required packages that we are going to need to install. Thankfully, it's going to be pretty easy to fix that. So let's go ahead and type pip install progress. And now let's just go ahead and try to run it again and see if there's any other packages that we may be missing. Okay, so it provides the usage, but again, I am using the fake package here. This was by Duplex, and I've went ahead and I've already created a save game file. So if we go ahead and we go into Apollo Save Tool here, and we go directly to our hard disk drive, then this save game right here, which says CUSA 02282, again, we can double check that right here. As we can see, the title ID is showing that. This is the one that we will need to edit, so we'll just go ahead and press X here. And again, we'll go down to Export Decrypted Save Files, and we'll select that VMC0.card. And now we'll just switch over to our PC. I have went ahead and connected to my PlayStation 4, and I am currently inside of this folder, and I've went ahead and navigated on the remote site over to this directory right here, and I'm going to grab this .card file, and I'm just going to replace the one that was already on there. Okay, so now that that's complete, let's just go ahead and let's switch back to that PlayStation 4. And you would press OK here, and we're going to go to Import Decrypted Files, and we're going to select the VMC0.card, and that is going to be it. So again, going back and running this on a fake package, if we run Okage Shadow King now, and we'll press Start here, and now we'll restore a game. Okay, and there it is. That is exactly what it is supposed to do. So it says PS2 Game Loader. So let's go ahead and let's look at the command that I'm going to send an ISO image over here. This does give us the arguments, and so knowing that we need to specify an IP address, then we'll just go ahead and we will again use Python space sendgame.py, and then we'll put in our IP address, and now we need to specify the file. And really the easiest way to get this is to just come to the ISO image that you've got and select copy as path, and then back in here you can just paste it, and now we'll press return. Okay, and on the PS4 it does say waiting for connection, so we're going to run this command. Okay, and there it goes. As you can see, downloading disk 01.iso, and on the other screen here we can see that it is now uploading that entire file. Okay, and so I have been sitting here, and it absolutely depends on your network speed. Now for the most part, I believe I have everything hardwired in, but again, your speed may just vary depending on your system. Okay, and so here we are. It's about to finish up here, so let's see what happens. There we go. Awesome. There we go. Namco. Okay, so here it is, everybody. The moment you've all been waiting for. Kelowna 2 running on a PS4, well, 9.00 in this instance, but still through this exploit. So we'll go ahead and press the start button here, and yeah, we could go ahead and create a game and everything. So I wonder, does it support creating a save game file? Let's try it. End. Is this name okay? Yes. Now saving. Haha. So it looks like you would be able to save as well. But anyway, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out.